What's up, guys? This is Andrew Mil-Spec with Combat Training. Today, we're going to be talking about how to spend your money wisely when it comes to all the gunfighting stuff. I see all the time because I worked at a gun store for a year and a half. Now I'm also on the range. I've been teaching classes, and I see it all the time. People buy subpar equipment. This is stuff that's meant to save your life. Don't cheap out on it. All right. Furthermore, too, you don't need more guns. All right. If you got your pistol, you everyday carry pistol, you have your rifle, and then, like, I recommend get a DM rifle, an SPR or a DMR or something, reach out farther. That's all the guns you need for you. And then, of course, your whole household should be armed with a pistol and a rifle as well. With that, you should have training. Now, once you have all that stuff, you don't need more guns. See, all the time, that's the number one thing, is people buy a shitload of crappy guns. They don't have anything quality, and lots of times they're builders. So they're like, I build my rifles, and they never really put them through the paces, and their shit falls apart, or something about it is just unsafe. And there can be a million reasons for that. But just buy something quality and get training with it. You don't need more guns, all right? I know it's fun to buy guns. It's fun to own a lot, and there's a lot that I want to own too, but you don't fucking need them. Next, with that, optics. This has been the most common thing that I've been seeing with these new shooters coming to the range, and guys who've been shooting, their whole lives and whatever. They'll buy cheap optics, specifically red dots. If you think this is you that I'm talking about, I've seen this multiple times at the range. You guys will have this, have their scope mounted backwards. I think I saw this 3 times last time I was RSOing with 3 different people. Also, those cheap red dots, those are meant to go on like airsoft guns and stuff. If it's $100 and below, like, that's a toy. That's not meant to work well. You would be better off just buying real metal iron sights from either Magpul, MBUS Pros, or Midwest Industry. If you get one of those, you can actually work those, and they're gonna be good. You can get those zeroed. Lots of those cheap red dots that people buy, you can't even fucking get them zeroed. I've also seen it before too, with one of the cheap red dots, and it's the same one that I see all the time coming out to the range, where for some reason it came off the mount and there's some springs loaded up, so it pops up like that. So basically, the sight be pointing at the target like that. The dude didn't realize his rifle was pointing like that, and I'm not exaggerating. It's ridiculous, and it's unsafe. It's not something you want to depend your life on. Like, for guns, they're not fucking toys, right? You can have fun with them. You can go to the range and have a good time. You can do some planking and whatever. Follow the firearm safety rules, you're fine. But when you think about this, if you're betting your life on something, do not buy something cheap like that, like a cheap red dot. When you think about it like this, lots of times with those, I can't get them zeroed because they just don't fucking work. I can zero a good red dot like that. I mean, I have a video up of me zeroing my AK, that how to quickly zero a rifle, or quickly zero a red dot. I do that for people all the time. Same thing with irons. I can get it on. We're hitting up center at 200, and I'm able to push it out to 400 all the fucking time. But if you have a cheap, shitty optic, we can't do anything with that. So you are wasting your time by even looking at those and considering those as an option. Going to the range with it, you're wasting your time, then you're wasting your money on that range fee, you're wasting money on the ammo, and you're wasting money on that optic. So all that combined, you just threw that away. You just threw all that money away. There's a phrase, buy once, cry once. Buy the right thing. It's going to suck, it's going to be expensive, but buy that and be done with it. Again, you're fine with just iron sights to begin with. Red dots are always better. But if you're buying a red dot, I don't care what other brand you're talking about. This is a simple guideline. You follow this and you'll be fine. Aim point. Aim point number 1. Number two, Holosun, but I would still tell you only get like the Mil-Spec one. Just stick to the best one that you can find. And they have a Mil-Spec one, and it comes with a quick release and everything. Like I would go for that one if you're gonna go for Holosun. You get one of those two. Don't fuck with the rest of it. All right, you'll be fine if you get pretty much any aim point. Aim Point Pro is like under $500, and you can quickly take it off if it breaks or something crazy happens in the fight, and then switch to your irons. Now, again, I would tell you just get irons first, put on that red dot later. Next thing, the accessories. Again, I'll see guys who own a ton of guns, right? And I'll ask them, what flashlight are you carrying? And they don't have one. All right. Before you're carrying a gun, you should already be carrying a tourniquet, number one, a flashlight, number two, and a knife. Is you're more likely to need one of those things. You should have a fucking tourniquet. You should have a flashlight. Flashlight just allows you to see shit, number one. Number two, it allows you to positively identify your target. Number three, it also deters your target, or the threat. I got a story about that I'll share some other time, but I use my flashlight. I didn't have to draw my gun. I didn't have to point it at anyone. I didn't need to make a threat, and I didn't need to shoot anyone. My flashlight saved the fucking day, just because I bought a quality flashlight. And if you're buying a quality flashlight, Surefire. Needs to be Surefire. And think about it like this, guys. People will, they're reluctant to even buy their everyday carry pistol. And again, you should already have a tourniquet, flashlight, and a knife before you're carrying a pistol. Like, that should just be on your body. But people are reluctant to buy that EDC pistol. And then they won't get a good holster. They'll buy some nylon trash, which is a whole nother subject. But if you think about it like this, I'm right now on my body every single day of the week, I'm carrying just below $500 worth of flashlights between my handheld and my weapon mounted light. So that's expensive, right? You don't need to carry two, but you need to carry at least one. And if you think about it like this, I'll share that story sometime, but me using my flashlight to deter that guy, imagine if it had gotten worse. Imagine if one of my loved ones that were there or myself had gotten hurt, number one. Number two, imagine if I end up having to threaten someone or shoot at them, take a life, something like that. What would that be like to me alone after that, or my loved ones who would have had to watch it, and then consider the legal battle that would happen after, because it's not going to be cut and dry. You know, it's not going to be a fun situation after that. So you should have the flashlights. And like, again, I'm carrying almost $500 worth of flashlights on me right now. That's not bragging. I'm not fucking rich. I'm not. I just have put my money towards my priorities. When I see lots of the people that have bought this subpar gear, they'll talk about it and they'll say, well, it's expensive and I don't want to buy this or that. And I'll say that they have a nice phone. They came here in a very nice car. They spend their money. They go out to eat and stuff. They just don't put their money towards this gear and the training, right? That's because their priorities are fucked up. That's fine. You care more about going out to eat at Applebee's than you do protecting the lives of those you love and yourself. That's what you're saying. So get your priorities straight with this, guys. What else? And it even goes the same people, same exact people. Don't worry, I'm not just talking about you. If you think I'm talking directly about you, if we've met and I've had this conversation with you before, this is all over the place. But it doesn't make it okay. But the same people, I'll see it when I do a class, and we'll go to reload the gun, and regardless of whether or not we're doing an emergency reload or a tactical reload, we rack it, right? And so sometimes a round flies out of the chamber. And these people are worried about that one round falling out of the chamber. And so they're building in their habit. The first thing they want to do is they want to go and pick up that round. The same thing with like guys not wanting to drop the magazine to the ground because they don't want to get it dirty. They don't want to scratch your guns. They don't want to screw up the magazines, all that. You're ingraining a habit based off of what? 30 cents on the ground? Like, you could come to class and you could rack out $100 worth of ammo. But if that kept you from doing this and going down to pick up that round and getting shot in that process, it would be worth it. You need to think about the priorities. Why are you there? What are these tools for, right? Okay, guys. I just want to rant on that a little bit. Seriously. You spend a lot of money in many different places. You can cut down on a few things and focus your priorities, and you'd be a better person for it. You'd be able to protect those you love, yourself, innocent bystanders better just by shifting your priorities. Putting in not even just money, but putting in more effort. Spend some more time learning. You can get on my YouTube channel. I got a whole YouTube series, New to Guns, fundamentals playlist. I interviewed other great instructors that I highly recommend. You can watch all their stuff. Specifically, get on Liber TV and watch all of James Yeager's DVDs. It's $10 a month. Like, you have fucking $10 a month to spare. You do. So just do that. But yeah, the thing I think about with all this, the reason why I want to make this video is, I've seen it now where I've had people come to class and they've had to go through traumatic experience to get them there. For them to take this seriously. And, that's not necessarily their fault or anything like that. But, I can say that really fucking sucks to see that. And I'm not alone in that. I've had friends that have told me stories that their students have gone through, saying, she came, she just broke down, started crying because been through this traumatic experience before. And it shouldn't take that. It should not take that for you to take protecting yourself seriously, to take protecting those you love seriously. So, quit fucking, quit screwing around. Quit screwing around, get serious about it. Focus your priorities, and just get better. Again, you don't need to go down the whole list, but it should look like this. Again, tourniquet, flashlight, knife, you get your pistol, you get all this stuff with that, holster, mag pouches, extra magazines, belt, ammo. I'll make a list on all that. Get training with it. Get medical training. Go take the fight at tactical response. Put through those scenarios. Then get your rifle. Then get your armor. Go take a class for that. Then down the road, get your SPR set, long distance. Get good at that. Get night vision. Get good at that. There's a long list of stuff. You don't need to buy 37 different shitty pistols and 20 different shitty AR builds that you bought from some jackass at the gun show who can't even put on a fucking brake correctly. Alright, guys, so that all being said, still got the Black Friday sale going on, so take advantage of that. For real, take advantage of that. We got women's only classes coming up. My girlfriend Ashley will be the lead instructor, so send your wife and girlfriends to that. We're not changing the curriculum for them, we're adding to it. So it's going to be the same carry pistol 1 class, but we're going to add some more mindset, specifically, more so mindset than anything, stuff for the women. And yeah, take it seriously, get some training, guys. Alright, guys, thank you so much for watching. Keep fighting communism.